Hey, how the preparations coming along?
Preparations for what?
The move, of course. I told you, we're gonna be living with my mom now. We're all gonna live together. We have to move by the end of the month, so make sure you get everything ready. You're gonna make things difficult for me.
I don't think I ever agreed to that.
Okay, and? Just agree already.
What do you mean, just agree? I already told you I wasn't interested in living together. I'm pretty sure I told you before. Why is that the story now? I don't want to live with her. I'm pretty sure I said I don't want to from before we got married.
Yeah, but come on, relax a little bit. After Dad passed away, Mama's lived all alone by herself. We have to live together so that you can support her.
I've told you before.
And?
What do you mean, and? What are you going to do, Justin? What about work?
Well, I have work. I can't go home from my workplace. I'll end up having to come and go from work, but once my job calms down, I'll put in my papers to move. I'll talk to my boss about it.
So in other words, you're basically sending me off to your parents' house, right?
Mom seems to be a little worried to live alone anyway, and the household chores seem to be getting to her. If you go and help her out, it'll be great. That's what you can do as my wife.
You realize that I have work too, right? Why did you decide that on your own?
Shut up, Jesus! That's your job as my wife! Stop complaining! Just shut up and do as you're told! Your job isn't that big of a deal anyway. You can just quit. It's not that important.
I told you I didn't want to live with her before I got married. I had my reasons. You know that, right? It's because your mom lives alone, right? If you want to take care of your mom, you should just go home frequently.
Even if you live with my parents, nothing should really change.
Our house right now is perfectly in the middle between our houses. I don't want to move at all. Why are you suddenly choosing that kind of important talk on your own like that?
Oh my God, you're so annoying! That's what wives do. You're supposed to listen to me. You're only allowed to do as you're told. If you can't do that and listen to me, why don't you just leave?
What?
If you don't like it, if you really don't want to live with Mom that badly, why don't you just leave?
So in other words, you're going to ignore my opinion and to take your own opinion into consideration only, right?
I didn't say that.
But that is what you're saying, right? You want me to shut up. You want me to shut up and just listen to what you have to say, right? I have no right to continue working, or any right to say I don't want to live together, right?
You're so annoying. Why do you keep complaining?
Complaining? What do you mean? I'm just expressing my own concerns. If that's what you think of it, then I'm done.
Ah, so you finally get it. Get all the stuff ready for the move then.
I already have everything ready for the move.
Huh? Were you off work today or something?
I took off work to get ready.
Oh, look at you. You seem to be very prepared, which is unlike you. If you were already okay with all of that, then what was this whole thing about anyway? Why did you argue with me? You really don't make any sense, do you?
Oh, I meant I got ready to move on my own. When you were talking to me yesterday, I couldn't just believe my own ears what I was hearing. So I got ready to move out on my own.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm going to be leaving this house. Please divorce me.
What? Divorce? Why are you joking about that? That's not funny at all. All it does is piss me off during work, so please stop.
I'm not joking at all. I'm being very serious. Maybe you'll finally understand the severity of your abuse. I don't need a husband that doesn't listen to me at all. I don't want you at all.
What is that attitude, young lady? Do you want to be chased out of the house?
Well, I'm not really being chased out. I'm just leaving on my own will. I already have everything packed and ready. I'm actually about to leave right now.
Are you serious? You're being serious right now?
I've been nothing but serious.
Why would you do that? Why do you want to get a divorce?
Because you keep saying that you want me to live with your mom, and you won't let off, even though I've already said no. The only reason that you want me to live with them is for the inheritance. You want to get more than your sister and brother, right?
What? What are you talking about? I haven't thought of that at all.
If your wife lives with her, I'm sure you can look good on the will. You want to chase me out and spend more time with your mistress, too. It's killing two birds with one stone, right?
Mistress? What are you talking about, seriously? I don't understand what you're saying. What exactly are you telling me here?
I think you understand exactly what I'm talking about. You thought that I didn't know about your affair?
I'm not having an affair. I would never cheat on you.
Okay, yeah, sure. I already have all the evidence I need, so I don't really care what you tell me from here on out. I will definitely be suing you for all the damages, though.
What evidence?
Yeah, you've been way too suspicious. I had you under a microscope. I even had a private investigator hired. I have all the evidence I need.
A private investigator? You went that far?
So I was just waiting to figure out what the best time to divorce you would be. And then you went and talked to me yesterday.
What are you talking about?
You even said it again, but if you don't want me to live with her, then I need to leave the house, right? You told me that I wouldn't live with her, from before we got married even. And I could kind of understand if both of us were to live with her, but come on, man, give me a break. You want me to live in the middle of nowhere, and you're just gonna fool around with your mistress.
I never said that to you.
But that is what you were thinking, right? Just so you know, I saw the text from yesterday. I read all of it.
Huh? Wait, my phone? You already locked in my phone?
Yeah, I checked. The annoying woman will be leaving soon, so you'll be able to live with just Alyssa. That was her name, right? Man, there were so many hearts in your messages. It honestly sent a shiver down my spine.
What is that attitude? It has nothing to do with you.
Ah, you're right. It doesn't have anything to do with me anymore. I'm going to be getting a divorce from you anyway. As long as you pay for damages, I'll just live my own life freely.
Damages? Are you seriously gonna sue me?
Of course I am. Why did you think that I wouldn't sue you?
Wait, so you're serious about the divorce too? You don't want to live with my mom that badly?
How many times do I have to say that I don't want to live at your parents' place? And I don't even get along with your parents. I have to live with just them? Just because you want the inheritance. You're not allowed to use me like that.
That wasn't why I was trying to get you two to live together.
Okay, well, anyway, no matter what I said, you wouldn't listen to anything and completely ignored me. So I have decided that we are not going to be able to work. So I have all the proof about your affair, and I have already sent it to your job and mom, just so you know.
What? You sent all of the proof to my company? And my mom? You realize that people won't trust me anymore.
I mean, it's your fault. You shouldn't have done anything to lose your trust. I don't really care about what you have to say.
You're really not thinking about me at all. If the office finds out about this, I won't have any standing.
I don't care about people who don't care about me. So don't talk to me about caring.
I'm sorry, I'll think about you, so please rethink sending the proof.
I already sent it. I don't know what to tell you. I sent it a second ago, so I'm sure it'll be there tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
What am I supposed to do? If the company finds out, I'm screwed.
Yeah, I kind of figured. You used your standing in the company to cheat with the new employee. I don't think anyone will respect you anymore as a leader.
Do you realize how people will be looking at me? Please stop this and get the proof back. I'll do anything, I swear. If you want me to, I'll even go back to my parents' house with you. I'll put out the transfer request immediately.
I knew you were able to put in transfer requests, but you never actually did anything for me, did you? So in other words, you don't want to do anything for me, right? And then you just pushed your agenda onto me, even though I didn't want to.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry you've made your point. Please, let's not get a divorce. I don't want to make a big deal out of this.
We're going to get a divorce for sure. I'm not going to go home. From here on out, what you can do is before I take things into court, you just pay all of the damages that I ask for. Alrighty, I'll be looking forward to seeing what happens when the proof reaches your office. Justin's office received all the proof in the morning. Everyone found out about his affair in the office too. Him and his mistress were both called up by the boss, and they were both questioned as to what happened. Unfortunately, his mistress was one of the executive's relatives. Justin was forced to take the blame and resign from his job. As a result, he lost his job and lost most of his savings paying off damages. And so he ended up running back to his parents' house and begged his mom to let him live with her. He has no job and went back to his parents' house, so his mom also kind of treated him like a nuisance.
Hey, are you pregnant? You gotta be pregnant, right? Tell me if you're pregnant.
Wait, why? Why are you suddenly asking me if I'm pregnant?
Well, come on, I haven't seen you in a long time, and boom, your stomach is huge. I know you're pregnant. Don't try to hide it from me. Either that, or you just ate a whole lot of carbs and it's not Thanksgiving at all, which it is.
I'm pregnant. There, are you happy? Now you know that I'm pregnant.
What? You're joking, right? You know how old you are, Auntie? You're like dinosaur age.
Does that really matter at all? It shouldn't.
I think you're actually like 42 in human years. You're so old, and yet you're pregnant? Oh my god, I will be so embarrassed. I'm definitely grossed out by the fact that you're pregnant.
What? What the hell, Robert?
I mean, I totally get that you guys got married a little later, right? So everything is a little delayed and whatnot. Are you just trying to play keep up because you finally got married? Other people around you already have a family, so you feel like you need to hurry up too? I really wish that you wouldn't bring that kind of crap into our family, you know? Just because you want to feel like everyone else.
Do you realize what you're saying right now, kid? This is not okay. You need to calm down and think before you speak.
Of course I know what I'm saying. Why would you think otherwise? I'm already 21, lady. It's amazing if you think about it. Your little brother's son is already 21 years old. Talk about getting ahead of you, huh? You've really fallen behind. And yet here you are, literally ancient, and now you're pregnant. You gotta be joking, right? Who are you pranking?
Are you done? You're really starting to get under my skin, and I'm not appreciating your snarky little comments. If there's something that you want to tell me, then why don't you just tell me?
No, the person that's getting under my skin is you, old hag. Why the hell are you taking my thunder? You need to cut your shit out, do you understand me? I don't want to be mean anymore, you're right. But let me just say that you really should consider aborting the baby. Not only are you always just an old hag, you're always all quiet and never fun to be around. You're definitely annoying. You really think that kind of woman is gonna be a nice mother? Yeah, good luck figuring that out.
What exactly do you not like about me, Robert? I need you to explain what's going on without insulting me. You're always insulting me. Always telling me that I'm the odd one out, that I'm ugly or fat, whatever. Oh, it's really not like anything in particular, you know? I'm just not a fan of you. Every aspect of your personality just pisses me off, so that's enough for me to hate you. Wait, hang on. Are you still dragging on the fact that I got mad and chewed you out when you were young? Please tell me that's not where this is going. I remember when you were exercising in the parking lot. Do you remember that? It was on a private parking lot, too. You remember how you hit someone else's car with a ball? I remember that, too. You were a little young. And then I scolded you because you were in the wrong. And after that, you've just been treating me like a thorn in your side. Is that why you're still dragging this on?
I don't have any kind of reason to despise you, and frankly, I don't need a reason to hate you. I just hate old hags.
I'm literally the same age as your mother, though. What do you think about that, Robert?
My mother is old, and yes, she's the same age as you. But you know what else? She has a perfect 21-year-old son, too. That perfect son was able to go to a perfect college because his grades were so top of the class, he even had the whole thing paid for. He's now got a job offer from the highest corporate job that Wall Street has to offer, and his future is incredibly bright. You, on the other hand, have nothing. No children, no family, no education, nothing. You're just some old bitch with nothing in her name except apparently you're able to get knocked up. Do you understand what I'm saying, Julie?
I see, okay.
If you understand what I'm saying, go home! Get the hell out of here! No one likes you being here. It's literally just bringing everyone's mood down. You're just a drag and we all want to be gone.
I just came here a second ago. I'm not going home yet. Especially since it's been a while since I've seen my family. This is also my parents' house, so I'm going to be relaxing here as I have every right to do so. You are not able to tell me otherwise, do you understand?
This little old bitch. Whatever. You're gonna regret this later, just you watch. Hey Julie, can I ask you something? Did something happen between you and Robert? You can tell me if something did happen.
What do you mean, did something happen? Why?
Well, I mean, come on. Even the most socially awkward and antisocial shutting can tell that you two are absolutely hating every second of being around each other. Robert is usually so upbeat and bright, but he's just been glaring at you without saying a single word this whole time. It's almost like something out of a horror movie.
I have an idea, genius. Why don't you go ahead and ask him? It seems like he's got it out for me. I definitely don't have anything against him. It's not like I'm the one glaring at him.
He's got it out for you. I don't believe it. Robert isn't that kind of child. He's always so positive and nice. You must have done something, right? He's always someone to face a problem and solve the problems himself. I've never seen him just run away from an issue at all. I've absolutely never seen him look at a relative the way he looks at you and just glare for literally hours on end like that. You did something.
I don't know how you see your own son, but let me tell you something, Vincent. He's not young anymore, and he is definitely able to say some pretty terrible things. I think that Robert is pretty dark and sadistic. He's missing every kind bone in his body. I guarantee you he's been acting a fool in college, too. There's no way that he's this bundle of sunshine like you make him out to be.
Come on, Julie, you gotta talk to me. Explain what has happened, because right now I haven't heard anything from either one of you.
Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll send you some screenshots of the text messages he's been sending me. Maybe then you'll tell me how much of a pleasure he is. I'll be surprised if you think he's still wonderful and amazing after seeing those texts.
Okay, send them. Wait, hang on. You've made these up or something, right? They're not real. You're telling me that my son, that Richard sent these text messages to you? This has to be some kind of mistake, right?
Yeah, you know me, Vincent. I just love to frame my own nephew for things he's never done. Be real with me for a second, I don't want to do this either. But this is the truth. And just so you know, this isn't the only time that he's talked to me like this. He's been keeping this kind of thing up since that day I chewed him out in the parking lot when he was young.
But why didn't you just tell me about it? I would have been fine with talking to him about it and maybe trying to work something out.
I know how much you love your son, and I figured you wouldn't spend a second of your day listening to me complain about your own son. Besides, I only ever met up with him once or twice a year. It really wasn't that big of a deal for me to just suck it up and deal with it. But if I did tell you, it would have just been blown out of proportion, and I just couldn't be bothered.
But Robert, he's been such a great kid. I'm so terribly sorry, Julie. I wish I could take all of this back. I didn't know how two-faced he was, and that is entirely on me. It's my responsibility, and I should have noticed. I'm so sorry for causing you this much emotional damage.
I didn't realize that not only would you listen to me, that you'd even apologize for your own son's actions. This is not the reaction I was expecting. Hang on just a second. Did you have something that didn't really surprise you for? Did something else happen?
Well, to be honest with you, sometimes he's been a little violent. He has these little bursts of rage and no one seems to be able to calm him down. It's over these little things, but he would just start getting really pissed off and take it out on things around him, and wouldn't think twice about talking bad about people around him. He was young, you know. I figured that it was a pretty normal thing to do with kids around his age, but I didn't realize the extent of his behavior.
I see. I really should have told you sooner about all of his behavior, too. Maybe then you would have reacted and tried to correct his actions. I'm sorry, Vincent. I really thought that you wouldn't hear me out at all, so everything I said would have fallen on deaf ears.
I've been thinking about all of this recently, too. I was wondering if I really did what was in Robert's best interest growing up. I've been questioning a lot of how I raised him, you know? I really do think there's no singular correct way to educate him, but I really do feel like maybe I was spoiling him a little too much. And that I was just too lenient on him. But I just believe that Robert would grow into a great kid. But then I had to see your screenshots to really believe that this would happen.
I'm sorry, but that doesn't seem to be the case with Robert. Anyway, hopefully you'll be able to talk some sense into him because I'm not going to deal with this any further. Thank you for listening to me, Vincent.
Yeah, you got it. I'll handle this on my end too. Huh? You're totally exaggerating, right? You didn't actually need to go to the hospital and stay in hospital for a while, right? So what happened? What did the test results say for your sorry ass? That you're lame and old?
They said that the child is gone and that I won't be able to have this baby. The main cause for my miscarriage was because of the physical trauma due to you shoving me off the stairs.
Oh, I see. Then you should totally just ignore the shitty baby anyway. What a massive baby of a baby. I'm so funny sometimes. Just so you know, it's all your fault. I didn't do anything that I didn't warn you about. You should have been more careful. You really should have listened and heeded my warnings. Instead, you ignored me and decided to stick around like some kind of idiot.
Okay.
What the hell is your problem, lady? You really trying to just shrug me off? You're just an old-ass bitch who really has no right to be around. You're some stupid old lady who loses her balance and falls down a flight of stairs all because I kicked you from behind. You realize how clumsy you have to be to fall over and lose your balance just because you were kicked? Honestly, it's all pretty self-explanatory. Besides, you totally didn't deserve to get pregnant anyway. It's disgusting. Learn your place, you old lady.
You're actually truly rotten inside. I'm impressed by how terrible of a person you are. You disgust me.
You're the rotten one, old lady. Seriously, now there's even a dead rotting baby in you. You should be way more ashamed that you're getting pregnant when you're literally on the verge of being a fossil in like half a year. You really should be thanking me if you successfully had a miscarriage thanks to me drop-kicking you. I should be winning Nephew of the Year awards for cleansing you.
I'm never going to forgive you. You will pay for this.
Ooh, I'm scared of the old bitch.
My lawyer will be reaching out to you soon, so be sure to answer him. He won't stop calling and he won't stop trying to get in touch with you, so don't ignore him.
What? What do you mean, lawyer?
I'm going to sue you. I'm going to charge you criminally and I am going to sue your sorry ass in civil court. I've already filed all of my charges against you. You will for sure be charged with assault and battery, along with potentially attempted murder. You're definitely going to be charged criminally.
What? Sued? Filed charges? What the hell are you talking about? This is just a little civil dispute between relatives. There's no way that the police and lawyers will be able to do anything to me.
Honestly, it makes sense now why you'd be able to do such a thing. I don't think anyone with half a brain cell and the smallest understanding of how society works could have done what you did. You just keep pretending like nothing is ever going to get to you. Just wait till the police are knocking on your door.
You're the one that doesn't have any understanding of how society works. We're literally relatives. I'm your nephew. The police wouldn't take you seriously anyway. Good luck suing me, you dumb old hag.
Like I said earlier, you just keep pretending like you didn't just murder my child. It doesn't change a single thing. You do your best to pay for your crimes in prison, do you hear me? I am never going to forgive you, even if society deems you have paid off its debt.
Pay off debt to society? Seriously? What the hell is going on here? You're talking nonsense. I can tell you're trying your hardest to blow things out of proportion, but let me tell you something, Julie. A real lesson in how the world works. I don't think a single thing is gonna come out of this whole thing. No one is gonna do anything.
I'll tell you what. I'll do you one better and let you know what justice tastes like before the police gets there. Why don't you go ahead and check your social media, huh?
What?
I think if you search something like drop-kicked pregnant, you'll find everything I want you to see.
Wait, what? Hang on just a second. Is this me? What the hell? Why am I everywhere?
Yeah, the video where you literally drop-kick me when I'm 6 months pregnant. It's all over the place now. I think that it's not really surprising, but it's all over the place. Everyone is getting ready to cancel you.
But why the hell? I'm the one that recorded the whole thing in the first place. You shouldn't have the video. Why the hell is it all up over the internet? I don't understand. You better start explaining, Julie, or I'm gonna lose my mind.
You know how you sync your phone and your PC? Let me change that. I know you sync your phone and your PC. They share the same data. So any photos and videos that you take using your phone are immediately uploaded and transferred over to your PC that's in your room. I spoke to your father about this whole thing. I asked him to help me out with the criminal responsible for all of this. I have a suggestion though, idiot. How about you actually add a password to your computer?
What? Yeah, you better be ready for what's coming next. How dare you go into my PC and...
Gotta love being young, huh? It doesn't really need explaining for you to understand what's going on as far as this video circulates around the internet. I don't really think this is the kind of video you want to have blow up either. So, how do you feel about being super popular on the internet? Oh wait, no, sorry, I meant, what does it feel like to be served justice? Mind you, this is only a taste of what's to come next.
What the hell is going on? How the hell do they have my face and my name too? Did you do this?
Oh, you know, I just used your friends and acquaintances to spread all of your information. They did the rest. They were actually all really cooperative about the whole thing. I don't think a single one of your friends said that I shouldn't be doing this. Apparently, you're really despised by your friends.
Damn it! I've paid for their stuff so many times! What the hell? How could they just abandon me like that?
You're just some rich kid that paid for their food. That's all you were to them. You weren't their friend. You were just an ATM. A walking food delivery truck. Wait, hang on. I just had a thought. You're not going to be able to work anymore, huh? They're definitely going to take back their job offer now. Think about it. You might even be expelled from college. They might just throw you out completely, huh? Then you won't have anything. So, let me ask you. What does it feel like to lose literally everything? You're going to be losing so much more, too.
You old bitch! How dare you do this to me? You just wait and see. I'm gonna talk to my father about this. We'll see what he does. You have no idea what he's capable of and how much he loves me. I'm sure that he will make all of this just disappear.
Oh, you're talking about Vincent? Vincent said that he was going to completely cut ties with you. You really thought that he'd be on your side for this, huh?
What?
I threatened him. I told him that if he didn't just abandon you, then I would reveal his name as someone who was going to protect a child murderer. It didn't take him long to make a decision. I made it sound like I really forced his hand, but he was pretty taken aback by his own son's true self, too. So I wouldn't have been surprised if he just ignored you anyway. If anything, I just gave him a good excuse to just kick you out of the family and completely abandon you as a child.
What do you mean abandon? What the hell? I'm literally my father's son. He can't just abandon me like that. We're family, though.
Yes, Vincent is your father, but at the same time, your father is my younger brother. Do you understand? He is seriously regretful of how much he's just let you do whatever you want to do. He knows that he spoiled you way too much. He had a kid when he was really young, so I'm sure he made quite a few mistakes raising you. I don't blame him, but you are definitely a mistake that he has to pay for.
That's why you're gonna say that you're so damn special because you're all old and shit? This bitch. You think you're so damn special and tough.
What? Still trying to do something else to me? We'll see how things go, huh? The police should be on their way any minute now.
Let me just set the record straight, bitch. It takes me one swing and you're lights out on the ground. You understand me? One hit and you're gone. You better be thankful for me that you're even alive and breathing right now. I should knock your ass out.
Wait. Are you serious right now? You sound like some shitty villain from a terrible movie. You're a pretty textbook definition of a loser. You wear baggy-ass clothes and chains like you never grew out of your middle school days. You might be able to study and work hard in your books, and you might even look like you're a straight-edge person, but let's face the facts. You can see the loser just eking out behind the facade that you put up, and it's really just useless. Everyone can see that you're a loser. Stop trying to pretend you're such a badass. You talk all this mad shit, and yet, this supposed to be big man targets a pregnant woman. I don't see you fighting any professional MMA fighters. If you were able to be at least a little bit objective in how you look and how horrible your taste is in fashion, none of this probably would have happened. So, I'm not sure why I'm telling you any of this at all.
I'm done. You've pushed me over the edge. This is all your fault. Do you understand me? This is all you. You better be ready. I hope you have some bulletproof vests. You said you're at the hospital right now.
Oh, you're gonna come by the hospital right now to check up on how I'm doing? Oh my god, you're such a sweetheart. I'll be waiting in my bed, hooked up to my IVs. Hey, how are you doing? I hope you're doing all right. I know you took quite a nasty fall on the stairs yesterday, right? I heard you all the way from my bed.
Ugh.
You screwed up your leg, didn't you? Pretty sure I saw your ankle twist in a way it shouldn't. But, I mean, it's all your fault, yeah? You just tried to dropkick me again. Literally a second time after I just told you that you're going to be charged and arrested. I'm not a complete idiot, though. You know what they say? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. It was pretty easy for me to dodge your kick. Not only did you miss your kick, you literally jumped off the top flight of stairs and tumbled all the way down. Seriously, how much of a loser can you be?
Yeah, you're the reason that my life is completely screwed up now. You've ruined everything for me. The doctors have told me that they're not sure if my leg will be moving anymore. They say that I have a pretty bad nerve injury in my upper spine. Apparently, I might not even be able to walk for the rest of my life. I could literally be stuck in a wheelchair.
I'm seriously still trying to understand the mental gymnastics you had to do to somehow blame that on me, when you're the one that jumped off the top of the stairs.
It's your fault! It's all your fault that you initially embarrassed me anyway. If you hadn't embarrassed me, then this whole thing would have never happened.
I knew it! You were definitely holding a grudge against me for that one time I scolded you in the parking lot. You were lifting and exercising in the parking lot because you were trying to show off to girls, right? I totally remember every single part of that day. And yet, all they saw was some loser getting yelled at and scolded by an adult. You must have been so incredibly embarrassed, huh?
If you were gonna scold me, you should have at least scolded me somewhere where people weren't looking, and then I wouldn't have cared as much. But you didn't, and now because of that...
You're telling me that this whole thing has been over one stupid little thing that happened over a decade ago? A life was lost because of that?
What?
You murdered my child in cold blood. Because you were so upset that I scolded you when you were a child? That's what you call an equal response? You realize how difficult it is to get naturally pregnant in my 40s? Let me tell you, it's really freaking hard. And yet I was blessed with a child, and you murdered it.
Okay, yeah, maybe I took it a little too far. Only a little bit, though. I didn't get carried away.
I've lost all hope to stay on this planet because of you. I don't want to be alive anymore. Do you understand? You've stolen the reason I want to be alive. My husband barely even talks anymore because he lost his child. You know how difficult this whole thing must be for him, right? You're not even really blood related to him. You're just some random man that murdered his child. I don't know how to keep living like this while having this huge burden looming over us like some terrible, shitty cloud. I don't know how I can wake up tomorrow morning and pretend like everything is okay, because it isn't.
Hey, would it be alright if I just apologize to you? I need to apologize to you. I understand now how terrible of an atrocity I've committed. I really can't move from my bed right now, though. But I want you to let me apologize to you. I want to apologize to you right away.
I don't want to listen to you apologize when you're just doing it to clear your guilty conscience. You can carry that with you to the grave.
No, that's not why I want to apologize to you. I just really feel like I understand the extent of damage that I've caused to everyone involved in all of this. Please let me apologize to you. I'm not messing around anymore. I'm being dead serious.
Absolutely not. You're never going to apologize to me, and I'm never going to accept any form of apology you manage to spit out. This is just some relatives arguing, right? I don't give a shit. Afterwards, Robert was arrested and charged on several counts of aggravated assault and attempted murder. The police took no mercy on him. He was sentenced to prison in addition to all of the fees and damages that he owed to Julie and her family. He is now in what is considered one of the worst penitentiaries of the state. His legs are also in bad shape. He was told by the doctors in the prison that he would be unable to walk and would most likely never be free of his leg pain. He now spends the rest of his days in a wheelchair. Prison is probably the last place you'd want to be when you're an easy target. He won't be in prison for life or even for that long when you consider the crime that was committed, but even if he gets out, he has no one waiting for him. No family, no relatives, no friends. He's got no money either. The internet has shown no mercy and has gone full-blown torch and pitchfork on him. The internet is probably better aware of his life details than anyone else at this point. His reputation will not be disappearing anytime soon. I would say that it's almost impossible for him to be happy anymore, which is still not enough punishment in my book. But I don't want to keep thinking about revenge. Our emptiness, the void that he has created in our hearts, will not be filled because of this. But I am glad to know that the judicial system is fair and justice has been done. I currently live with my husband away in the middle of nowhere to hopefully get over this whole thing. We are both working hard every day to make sure we are able to make a new family with the two of us, once again.
Hey, are you trying to run away from me? Are you being serious right now, Marie? Look at this low-life scum, raised by a single mother. You're really good at just getting away from the scene of the crime, aren't you? You have some experience?
I mean, seriously, you slapped my face on the left and the right, and you didn't stop there. You then proceeded to shove my face into the pot roast we had going. I want to make a point in saying that it was very hot, too. So, yeah, I'm going to run away if you do that to me.
I mean, I had some random poor person coming onto my property, so of course I had to do what I had to do to protect my own. This is all a pretty natural response. Listening to what you had to say was not even an option. Why the hell do I have to waste my valuable time listening to you ramble on about nothing? Besides, you even insulted me by bringing some dirty old doll. I really don't like dolls, they're disgusting. And not to mention that the doll you brought was actually disgusting too. A bear doll is actually one of my super important buddies. I always take it everywhere I go. I don't think I've ever gone anywhere without it for a long, long time. Come on, isn't it adorable? I know you like it. Ha! You're so immature, Miss Marie. You need to grow up. I mean, the only thing you can do is play with some dolls. It's not like you have anything else better to do. What are you even capable of? That's right, literally nothing. You know why? 'Cause you're poor, and poor people have no rights at all.
Huh, really, is that true? I really have never heard of that. I didn't know that we didn't have any rights.
Of course, it's common sense, dear. Didn't you learn anything in school?
I didn't learn how to be so classist towards each other. I learned how to be kind and caring to one another. I suppose you learned something different from me, Sherry. Maybe in your super elite school where only elitist people go and you don't teach people how to just be better than everyone else.
I'm not being any kind of elitist or classist, or any other ist that you can come up with, do you understand? I'm just telling you the cold, hard truth. These are all facts. Every poor person who grows up in a single-mother household is just a rotten piece of trash.
I mean, you're not wrong. I guess I can be a little lazy sometimes. So I can't completely deny your allegations towards me, but I really don't think that justifies your behavior, though. You really shouldn't be shoving my face into a steaming hot pot roast. I understand if that makes you upset, but come on. Can I actually be honest with you, Sherry? I think that someone who's willing to be violent towards another person without actual justifications is much more of a rotten piece of shit. But that's just my opinion.
Oh, come on, boo-hoo. You're fine, you didn't even get burned at all. Think of it as a nice little face cleansing. If anything, that pot roast was made only using the finest ingredients. Ingredients that you've never even heard of before, probably. You must have been so excited to be able to taste it up close and personal, right? Mrs. I'm too poor to buy anything.
Yeah, the only reason that I didn't get burned right before you shoved my face into a steaming hot pot roast was because I spat out the water I had in my mouth to cool off the pot roast. It was honestly kind of like something out of a movie. If it wasn't for me doing that, I'm like 99% sure that you would have ended up burning the person you did it to.
Why the hell did you have water in your mouth? Who waits around while having water in their mouth?
I mean, you know what they say about poor people. We have to be prepared to protect ourselves no matter what happens. You never know what's coming next. But I've never seen such a toxic parent up close and personal like this, so my whole body is starting to get a little warm because I'm getting really excited. I can't believe you guys actually exist.
Are you mocking me? I feel like you've been mocking me for these past few messages. I'm not an idiot, and I don't deserve to be mocked by the likes of someone like you. You better fix your attitude, young lady.
What? What are you talking about? I would never do anything to mock such an elegant woman. LOL.
Stop saying LOL, you're not allowed to laugh at me. Whatever. Poor people can't do anything to those of us in the wealthy group of society. You just have to sit there and be poor. I'll take the hit for today. It's not that big of a deal. Do you see how full of grace and love I am? It's because I'm not poor, so I'm able to deal with extra stress. I never have to worry about my next meal.
Yeah, I'm not sure if someone whose heart is so full of grace and love would be shoving someone's face into steaming hot pot roast. Just my 2 cents. That kind of illogical, contradictory behavior is seriously what makes me so attracted to you as a person. You really have earned my respect, Sherry, I gotta say. This kind of terrible shithead of a person is seriously a dying breed. You really don't see this sort of toxicity around anymore. You're like an endangered creature, Sherry. Don't worry, though. I'll be sure to take you in and protect you.
You think that you're getting away with all of this just because I'm letting you talk and say whatever you want.
I mean, you just said that you had so much grace and love, so you're able to take the hit, right? That you were so rich that you didn't have any extra stress. I'm just a poor, uneducated, low-income woman, you know? Just like you've been saying. You really just need to let these things go since you're such an amazing person. There's no way that you'd let someone like me get under your skin, right? You're way too high and mighty for that.
Okay, whatever, I'll let it go. Because like I said, I am just so forgiving and kind, unlike you poor people. So, let's get back to business. What exactly do you intend to do, Marie? I wasn't listening at all.
Huh? Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that, Sherry. I mean, if you mean what am I going to do from now on, I'm going to make sure I live true to myself and my beliefs while keeping an open mind and a positive attitude towards life. Is that what you're talking about?
No, you idiot! I'm talking about your future as a human. I'm talking about what you're planning on doing with Daniel. Jeez. You do understand that you need to at least tell him goodbye one last time before leaving him, right? I'll allow you a little time to say goodbye before you tell him that you're leaving.
Wait, hang on. What are you talking about, Sherry? I'm not going to break up with Daniel. What are you talking about, sweetie? There's no way that another man would ever be as kind as that man. I would be a complete idiot to let him get away. He's going to be mine, and I'm going to be his.
What? Are you telling me that after I put up that big of a fight against you, you're still not going to listen to me and break up with Daniel?
I mean, yeah, you did slap me twice and then proceeded to shove my face into a steaming hot pot roast that I totally cooled off with water like a badass, but you definitely didn't say a single word of objection towards Daniel and I getting married to each other. I would remember.
You should be able to connect the dots, you idiot. Oh my god, how could you have not figured that part out? You must really be some kind of stupid. I'm so sorry that you are that dumb. Daniel must have the patience of a saint around you.
Yes, you are exactly right. I am slow, and I would like to stop this conversation right about now. So yeah, thanks for all your kind words. It's been lovely talking to you. I'm sorry that I'm so slow. I'm actually so slow that I can barely keep up with typing all of these words into my phone.
You just wait right there. You will be breaking off the engagement with my dearest son. Do you understand me? You will not be seeing him in any way, shape, or form after you say goodbye.
Breaking off the... I'm sorry. That sentence was a little too long with a few too many difficult words. Anyway, got a blast.
Hey Marie, how are you? I just wanted to touch base and check up on you and Mom. Are you sure that everything went smoothly?
My mom has been texting me some pretty angry messages, and to me, it doesn't seem like you two have really worked things out at all. If anything, it seems more like you two are really fighting against each other. I mean, to me, it was pretty perfect. I had no issues getting along with her, so yeah, couldn't have gone any better. Besides, you had already warned me that she was kind of a difficult hurdle to jump, so I went in expecting some form of resistance. No biggie.
I knew that you two didn't just start getting along. I'm so sorry about that. I should have gone with you to go see her like I suggested. Can you explain to me what actually happened without cutting out any parts?
Oh, I feel like I'd be wasting so much entertainment value if I just told you exactly what happened. I wouldn't want to do that. Instead, why don't we watch the video that I recorded without her knowing at the house together, huh? Come on, it'll be fun. I gotta say, she almost had me in the second half, not gonna lie. I really thought I was about to slap a bitch, but go me. Daniel, what the hell is wrong with your mother?
What did she do to make you this pissed off?
Oh, nothing too bad. Just enough to make me be a sarcastic ass right back to her. but I was seriously this close to getting into a fist fight with her. Seriously, Daniel, you're worrying too much. Where is your dad anyway? I've heard such great things about Jesse that I was really looking forward to seeing him, but...
Dad is away on business right now, and he won't be coming back to the States until the end of next week. He's always going overseas on business trips, so...
I see. I think I'm starting to get the picture now. The reason that she chose that time and day in particular. And how she said she wanted to talk girl on girl and made you not be there was all because she just wanted to be a colossal to me. It's all coming to me. The dots are connecting.
Yeah, the second that Mom figured out that you were raising a single mother household one day, she seemed to react a little oddly, so yeah. I thought something was off. I figured that she would try to pull something. I just didn't know what she would do. I've got to watch that video now.
I know she's your mom, and I really shouldn't be talking about my fiance's mother like this, but Jesus, she is so screwed up in the head. It's so cliche. I know mother-in-law issues, but oh my God. You realize she should be going to jail for what she did, right? It's just assault and battery, full stop. She should be in handcuffs.
Wait, what the hell? Assault and battery? What the hell is my mom doing to you? Jesus!
Whatever, my point is, I think I'm going to go to the police to file a report against her, so I'll be back home in a jiffy, okay? Just gotta swing by the house real quick. Have some popcorn ready at our house so we can watch your mom in action. It'll be so much fun.
Dude, this isn't some kind of game. How are you so nonchalant about her assaulting you?
Miss Marie, were you able to break off the engagement with Daniel already? I've been waiting for your message letting me know of your breakup. I would really appreciate it if you just hurried it up about the whole thing, because every second you waste with him is another second that my son could be looking for a better suited partner. Also, it kind of makes me want to throw up, thinking that we aren't all in any way, shape, or form related to each other. I would like to keep that kind of relationship with you to a minimum.
I'm sorry, I think I told you before that I don't understand when you use big, difficult words in long sentences. I wish I was just as smart as you. Anyway, more exciting news. I'm gonna be filing charges against you. I'm going to the police. Yay!
Wait, what? What are you talking about filing charges, Marie?
Of course, Sherry. Let me explain it to you real quick. I think that what you've done to me was pretty traumatizing and should be punished by the law. I don't think I'll have any difficulty proving that it was assault and battery. So, I figured I'd try to file charges against you to see what would happen. I'm even gonna sue you for mental and physical trauma. This is gonna be a first time for me. Exciting!
Wait. I think you're blowing this whole thing out of proportion, Marie. It's not that big of a deal. You are aware that courts cost a lot of money, right? It's not like a walk in the park type of money either.
Oh, the one and only Bank of Daniel said that he would sponsor this whole lawsuit, so don't you worry about my funds. Your son is my back. Not that I would really need that kind of sponsorship. I make more than enough money to send your wrinkly ass to prison.
Bank of Daniel? Wait, hang on. I'm not sure I'm following here. What are you talking about? Are you actually meaning to tell me that Daniel is taking your side after this whole thing? That he would rather abandon his own mother?
Well, yeah, of course he would be taking my side. Why wouldn't he? He's got my cooties because I'm always just smooching him in bed.
That's disgusting. Why are you telling me that? I don't need to know that at all. Besides, there were only 2 people in that place. It was just you and me. It doesn't matter if you sue me or I sue you. There's no proof of any kind of any altercation at all, so it's not like you can actually say I did anything to you.
Oh, don't worry about the evidence part of things. I've already recorded the important bits and pieces. Maybe I should upload it to YouTube.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was on DEF CON 1 the second you mentioned something about a chat with just us girls. You really think I would go in unarmed? When I was listening to Daniel talk about you, I could kind of tell that you were a shitty parent, so I really knew that I had to go in there expecting some kind of toxic tyrant. Lo and behold, you were just as much of a tyrant as I expected. Well, to be honest, you went above and beyond what I was expecting. But who would expect your fiancé's mother to be dragging your face into a pot roast, huh?
Wait, hang on, stop talking. Why are you talking about recording the whole thing? Where was the camera? You're just lying.
Oh, come on, you looked right at it. Remember my lovely cuddle buddy? Mr. Teddy Bear, of course.
That teddy bear? You've got to be joking.
I think I told you before, too, that teddy bear has been with me a long time, keeping me safe. He never misses a single thing that goes on and always has my back. You bet that he was able to watch and remember everything that happened today from start to finish. He's got a photographic memory, too. Imagine if I went to the police, filed charges against you, and then sued you using all of the evidence within Teddy's fluffy little head. I really don't see how you could beat Mr. Teddy in a lawsuit.
Wait, hang on just a second there, Marie. That was just a sort of joke, a prank. You know how things are on YouTube. It's kind of a bad habit I have, pranking people. I had no real bad intentions, you know. It was all in good nature.
All in good nature, huh? So in good nature, you decided to try to shove my face into a steaming pot roast? Wow.
Of course, dear, I would gladly accept you into our family. You and Daniel should have a lovely marriage together, and I want you two to get along. That's enough, right? I was just a little bit annoyed because I had some poor bitch who was raised in a single-mother household who also happened to be dirt broke come over to my house. The whole slapping thing, that was just something that happened amongst family members, so you can just be sure to skip the filing charges against me part, okay?
Actually, the police just accepted my paperwork and they're done processing it, so my job here is done.
Wait, what? What the hell, Marie? Why would you do that to me? I literally just said 2 seconds ago that I would be okay with you and Daniel being married to each other.
I don't have any common sense, like you said. So to me, it was more of a formality to go say hello to you, but I was going to get married to Daniel with or without your blessing, don't worry. I love Daniel and he loves me. We love each other very much, so we're going to get married, plain and simple.
Then we're going to officially be family, right? I'm going to be your lovely mother-in-law. Don't you understand? And yet you filed charges against me. You want your own mother-in-law to become a criminal? Come on, Marie.
I didn't make you a criminal, Sherry. I would never do such a thing. You're right. You are my lovely mother-in-law. But then you had to go and make yourself a felon. Why would you do such a thing to your family, Sherry?
Because I...
Yeah, you never would have done such a thing if you had known that the camera was rolling, right? Of course not. People like you hate when everyone finds out how rotten you really are. You better be careful for the Care Bear's eyes. You never know who's watching. Take this as a life lesson, Sherry. I think you could use it.
Oh my gosh, Marie, please, just hang on a moment. I got it. Daniel! Hey, Daniel, sweetie. I need you to convince Marie to take her report back and unfile the charges against me, okay? I can't have that.
Convince her? I'm pretty sure she has every right to file charges against you. I actually watched the video too. Mom, you seriously went way too far this time. You messed up.
I know I was in the wrong, sweetie. You're completely right. But you have to understand that she was also mocking me the whole time, making a fool out of me and the attitude. My gosh, the attitude was horrible the whole time. I just can't have this go down in the records as me just being in the wrong. She was also in the wrong.
I mean, okay, yes, Sherry can be an oddball and sometimes a little too sarcastic, but Jesus, Mom, that does not give you an excuse to literally be physically violent towards her. Besides, you chose a specific date and time to call her up. I know what you did that now, Mom. Shame on you.
I mean, that's true and all, but come on, think about it a little bit. There's a good reason.
I'm sorry, Mom, but Dad and all the relatives are gonna find out about this. I'm not gonna let this go.
Wait, what? Why would you do such a thing? Don't do that, Daniel, please. Doing it will just blow things further out of proportion than they already are.
No, I'm gonna tell them. I've never really appreciated the part where you're so judgmental of people, Mom. I've grown tired of listening to it. And then this had to happen. I think it's also our fault for letting you say and do whatever you want without actually getting punished for your actions. We can't just blame you, you're right. We need to let the relatives know about it. You need to be served justice and punished for a change.
Why, no, I don't want that. Please, no, I'm begging you, please don't do that. Okay, I'll tell you what. You can tell them about this, but please, you can't show them the video. That's not okay. Please, just this once, I'm begging you.
I'm gonna show them the video because it's proof that no one is exaggerating or anything. It's the fairest way to get the point across so that no one is treated unfairly. Mom, you have to understand. You need to accept everything that's gonna happen because it's happening as a result of your actions. If you're an adult, you will understand and accept it. I also want you to know that I don't like doing this, Mom. Please just accept this and use this as a chance to turn things.
Why? Why the hell do I have to pay for all of this when that poor bitch is the one at fault here? She's so lucky that people in the wealthy class are even letting her eat it all. I was just helping her eat is all. God damn it, how can you do this to your own mother? It is all her fault.
Ah, so there's the truth. I see, Mom. There's no getting through to you now. I'm done. I give up. I'm sorry, but I have nothing else to talk to you about. I hope you live a happy life and you're able to turn things around.
Wait, hang on.
Hey, Sherry, how are you holding up? You doing all right?
If you want, I'll help pack your shit.
I'm actually really good at packing, and I've got so much time on my hands. You know, without being investigated and all.
You little... How much are you going to mock me before you're finally satisfied, huh? Why are you bullying me like this?
I mean, come on, I'm not ruthless. You're packing your things all on your own, right? No one should have to do that all by themselves. And Jesse? Oh my gosh. I always wanted a tough father-in-law, but Jesse went above and beyond. He said, "Get the hell out of my house, woman." Ah, words from an angel. You must have really been surprised by that video. How kind are you to everyone else? Literally no one was expecting you to be that bad.
Ugh, damn you.
I also heard from Daniel how the relatives reacted, by the way. Did I tell you? He said they were petrified watching you assault your own son's fiancée. You apparently don't have the balls to just stay at the house when everyone is judging the crap out of you. I probably wouldn't be able to be around all the judgment either. I'm actually really worried considering you just lost everyone's support and you've realized how lonely you are after pushing everyone away and you're packing alone.
It's all your fault. This is all your fault. I didn't do anything wrong. If you just shut up and listened to me and stayed in your own poor lane, then none of this would have happened. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Jesus, you're like a broken record. Poor lady. I'll just let you keep talking, but, I'm curious. Where are you planning on living from now on? It's not like you have any money of your own, right, Mrs. Wealthy Class Lady? You're literally losing your own home, the place that you used to call yours, with all your memories gone, poof.
Shut up! I have a few people that I can think of. People that are way too powerful for the likes of you to understand. I have at least a couple people.
Oh, wait, hang on. I'm hearing news that your relatives have actually cut ties with you completely. So your friends in high places must be completely unrelated to you, huh? Or are you just bullshitting like you usually do? Come on, Sherry, let's face reality together. Say it with me. I have no more friends, no money, no family, no one is on my side, and I am all alone. I'm not gonna let you go so easily either. I'm going to sue you for every penny and dime that I need for my treatment. It doesn't stop there either. You're going to pay for all of my emotional damage too. I kind of understand where you're coming from, Sherry. I do. You know, some lowlife like me being with such a classy young man like your son. Although, I heard that you were also very poor, and you slept with some random rich guy, got pregnant, and suddenly became right? And yet, you have the audacity, even after knowing how much of a struggle it can be, to make fun of people. You really are a work of art.
Wait, what? How could you know that? There's no way you should know all of that.
I kind of figured that was the case, but who knew? I checked up on my sources and they confirmed my suspicions. Who knew that my hunch was so accurate, huh? I didn't realize how good I was at predicting the future.
I want to tell you the truth. Ever since I was young, I grew up in the slums and in my house.
Oh, sorry. I don't give a shit about your upcoming at all. You can keep all of that to yourself. Why the hell do I have to waste my valuable time listening to you ramble on about nothing? Afterwards, I sued Sherry just like I told her I would. I was able to receive quite a lump sum of money thanks to the beautiful justice system. She actually ended up having to take out a lot of loans to make sure I was paid off. So, in other words, she had no job, no trust, and no house either. She must have been pretty depressed and hopeless. She was eventually arrested on several counts of aggravated assault and is currently serving time in one of the lovely penitentiaries the state has to offer. I think it's probably pretty nice, considering she's able to spend her days with a place to stay instead of under a bridge. But who knows how she feels, right? She was such a celebrity, a main character, full of pride, but then she has to put up with living in a tiny, damp cell full of other inmates who are willing to shove her face into a steaming pot roast. Whatever, best of luck. I, on the other hand, was able to get married to Daniel without any further hiccups. And who knew things would move so fast? I was blessed with a child. I live every day filled with joy and hope for the future. Daniel and I are working hard to make sure our child is in a bright and happy household with no toxicity or judgment. To be fair, I did marry someone who was incredibly rich too, so I should make that obvious. But I just have to make sure that I don't lose my mind like Sherry did, you know? I tell myself nice little mantras every day to remind myself that I don't want to be like that crazy lady.